Yo, what is going on YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be trying to catch a fish on these bad boys. Now, this idea popped into my mind about a week ago, and I've wanted to do it ever since. I just thought, Swedish fish, they're made of jelly, it's a challenge, it's like a jellyfish. Can I catch a fish on a fish like made of jelly? I said fish quite a lot then. But you get the gist. I'm trying to catch a fish on a Swedish fish. This challenge might not even work out, I do not have a clue. But I'm going to go down the canal, fish in my usual spot. I'm going to take the pole down with me. I'll set the depth and whatnot when I'm down there. And then I'll put one of these bad boys on the hook. So let's go and grab my fishing rod right now. I've got the pole, got my tackle box, got my bait on the floor there. And that is all I will be needing today. Now, of course, these fish, I'll get them out of the pack and show you in a minute. But I could probably put a jig head through them and use it as a lure, but I won't be doing that in this video. I'll do that in a future video, but let me know in the comments if you want to see that. In this video though, I'll just be putting them on a hook. Might have to snap them in half if they're a bit too big, but we'll see when we're down the canal. So let's get down there right now. So guys, I've now arrived down the canal. I'm at the spot, obviously where I usually fish in most of my other videos, and I've got my bait here. Literally all I've bought is my Swedish fish, my pole, which I'll set up in just a moment. I've got the rigs in there. I'll rig the pole up and then put one of these bad boys on. Before we dive into fishing, let's take a look at what these look like. So, okay, they're quite big. I could definitely use these on a jig head, so I might definitely do that in a different video. But that's how big they are. Smell very strong and they're bright red, so that's good for attracting the fish towards them. Now, the hook I'm using is obviously really small, so I'm probably going to have to snap this off. Here you go. I'll snap it. Oh, it's very sticky. I'll snap it and use this bit as bait in the water, obviously. And then the other half I'll just place on my tackle box or something and use that as bait for when I catch a fish on this. I say when, if I do, but I'm quite confident, so stick around until I catch a fish, please. It means the world. This is the rig I've chosen. It's got a nice float on and a small hook, some thin line, whatever. I'm going to rig this up now and get fishing. Well, I've decided to lose another plummet weight. Well, I didn't decide, it just happened. I always lose the things. But I'll just set the depth with this pair of forceps scissors. It's an option and it works, so I'll take the option. Finally got to the case where I've put the bait on the hook. So let's get fishing with this bad boy. First dip in the water. Okay, get it in and it sinks, that's a good sign. And I think this bait has got a very high chance of working because it's red and it smells really bright. It's got a good chance because, like, obviously the maggots I tend to use are red as well, so wish me the best of luck. I've not been in the water long at all and I'm already getting some faint little bites. The float's bobbing up and down slightly, not too much, but when that goes right under I'll strike and hopefully we'll get a fish on the Swedish fish. Honestly, I expected this challenge to be a lot harder, but seems it's quite a good bait to use in the canal. Them bites slowed down, but there's now hundreds of fish just literally jumped over. Not hundreds, I'm over exaggerating, but loads of fish just jumped over there and it was quite cool. So the spot's very, very active, so I'll expect to get one quite soon. Yes guys, I'm not even that far into the challenge and I've just caught a little tiny bream on a piece of Swedish fish. How cool is that? I knew I was getting bites because they was just going under. They were only little bites as well, they were really weird, but I eventually caught the little fella. And honestly, it's a bream. Why is it a bream? Why can't it be a perch or something? But it's a catch at least. Obviously can't keep a fish out of the water. So, I was just going to say I'll release him, but he released himself. That was awesome. It's the first fish of the day on a Swedish fish. Awesome. I'm sure there's going to be hundreds more to come. Maybe not hundreds. Again, I'm over exaggerating. But make sure you guys stick around until the end to see how many more fish I catch. I've now dipped the rod back in the water. I put a fresh piece of that little piece of Swedish fish that I ripped off earlier back on the hook because the piece fell off just. But I'm obviously back in the water now, so I'm going to catch some more fish. I may have already mentioned this, but this challenge isn't actually as hard as expected. Partly to the fact that the bait I'm using looks exactly like maggots and it's got a very, very strong smell. So if you guys have any other suggestions of strange baits to use as fishing bait, let me know in the comments and I'll probably do that in an upcoming video. For the first time ever where I'm fishing, the wind's like really bad. So whenever I cast, I don't know if you can see, but I chuck it and the wind sort of blows it to the side, which is not helping at all. You can't see because of the glare, but there is tons and tons of fry fish, just small little tiny fish everywhere dotted around here. Imagine if I caught one of them on my little hook. I mean, I suppose it counts the challenge, so I will not mind. Whenever I'm usually fishing, I throw in a handful of maggots. So instead today I'm going to throw in a handful of diced up Swedish fish, just about there. And they actually sink, unlike the ones where I'm doing the fishing on grass and fishing on paper. When I threw them in, they did not sink. I would recommend checking out them videos, guys, by the way. They're amazing. I caught a fish on a piece of grass and a piece of paper. Now I'm going at it with the Swedish fish. Yes, the float has gone under. Awesome. I've caught myself another fish on a Swedish fish. I've caught a gudgeon this time. I'll show you him now. Here we are, guys. I've caught a little tiny gudgeon on one of them Swedish fish down there. Oh God, he's only little. Come here, boy. But I'll get a release of him right now. So this is the second fish caught on a Swedish fish of this challenge. How awesome. Get him back in the water. Get all the slime off my hand. But yeah, what a cool little catch. I did not expect to catch a gudgeon on that bait because it was pretty big. But he devoured it. Challenge is going pretty successful at the moment. I've been down here for about 20 minutes, and I've had the two fish now. I've had the gudgeon and the bream, not the roach, the bream. So I'm doing quite well. Just gonna pop a fresh piece of this fish on the hook, and then I'll get back in the water. But whilst I'm on it, I'm quite peckish, and these things taste quite good, so don't mind if I do. Well, guys, I now see why them fish like this bait. They taste quite good, I cannot lie to you. But I'm back in the water now. A barge just came past, disturbed the swim a bit. Hopefully that's a good thing in this case. The amount of snags in the water is unbelievable at the moment. I'll keep getting snagged under the water and on top of the water on my float and my hook. It's ridiculous at this point. Obviously I've caught two fish now. I've got a gudgeon and a bream, and that's two different species, which is awesome, which I didn't even think I'd catch either of them. Now I'm hoping to get a perch. I really want to catch a perch on one of these Swedish fish. I think that would be amazing. Even a roach as well. Could get it turned into a multi-species fishing challenge as well. What I've figured out is this peg here. I fish it so often I know it like the back of my hand now. Over this side there's barely anything. Towards the middle is where you catch the stuff. You dip it in there in the middle and let it float down, and when it hits about this post here, you start to get the bites there. I don't know how I've fathomed that out, but every time I go there, the float's there at the moment, there's a good chance I'll get bite. One day I'll have to come down here and fish the complete opposite side with an actual fishing rod. That would be pretty cool to see what's over there. Guys, I'm having bobs. I'm having some bobs. Oh, under. Oh, damn, he's gone. I lost the fish. Oh well, I'll sure to get some more now. Honestly, guys, I do recommend you guys get a box of these bad boys and try and catch a fish on them for yourself. I mean, what's next for me? I might even try and catch a fish on this box itself. That would be a challenge. We'll save that for another video though. No, I've just got snagged and the hook fell off, so I'll retie that on real quick. New hook is now tied. I've got a fresh piece of bait on, and now I'm going to cast back out. I've just a second dipped it in, and I'm already having some little bobs. Go on, go right under, please. No, what is this? It's got to be a little gudgeon biting on it. There is another barge on its way down. Oh no, this is not good. Barge has gone past now, disturbed the swim massively and brought back all them snags that I was on about earlier. I mean, I really hope it's lured out the perch, because it tends to lure perch out when a barge go past, because the water murks up and they get more confident to go out and feed. So if they see my piece of Swedish fish down there, they'll want to attack that and eat it. I tell you what, these bites have really slowed down now. Thank you very much for watching up until this point and being patient with me. I'm very sure we'll get another one within the next 10 minutes or so. So please stick around even longer until the end. Make sure you do, because I'm feeling a perch, you know. But guys, at the start of the video when I mentioned I could use one of these as a fishing lure, I hope you can see what I mean by that, because if I put a jig head in there, it would easily, like the hook would come out there, it'd look like an actual swim bait, like a little lure in the water. It'd probably swim nicely if the tail moved like that. That would be pretty good. I doubt it will though, but I'm definitely going to give that a go in an upcoming video, so make sure you have the post notifications on for that and you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss that. Again, I've torn up a few little bits and I'm just going to chuck them in where my float was actually. It's not there anymore. Just gonna bring it down and pop it in. Sorted. For the love of God, will these barges stop coming down? The bites have entirely stopped now. That's the thing with filming these challenges. I'm down here for hours and hours just waiting for a bite to come. That's the only hard part really. Once you catch them, it's fun. But well, the waiting game part is not the funnest. I think at this point I'd be lucky to get one more fish. So that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for one more fish. No matter what the species, it'll be a fish, and that'll be 3 fish in the video. So make sure you stick along until I catch that. I did actually just have a bite, but I completely missed it because I was looking at the camera. Damn. I've just threw in a ton more diced up Swedish fish just to bait the area up and get the scent about. Hopefully luring in some more fish. God knows what I catch. I say perch. I really want to get a perch. That would make the video amazing. I mean, not that it already isn't amazing. I mean, so far I've caught 2 fish on a jellyfish, which is amazing. Not a jellyfish as in jellyfish, you know what I mean. Jellyfish. I'm still waiting for that pesky little green float to just bob right under. And the moment that happens, I'll be very happy. I'm just going to be taking one more of these fish out. I'll place that there. And then these can now go back in there, because this last one will probably be all I need now. I'll snap a few bits off, use a bit as ground bait, and then I'll put the rest on the hook. So you know I've been waiting for that big catch for ages. It's not a perch, but blimey, that is one big bream. I've waited ages for this fish, and look how big he is. That's probably one of the biggest bream I've caught, you know, and you should have seen the fight I put up with it. Bream never fight, but he put up a really good fight with me. So let's get this slimy fella unhooked. Unfortunately, I have to do the deeds of touching him, which I really don't want to do because they're very slimy creatures. But what a catch. Caught that on one of these bad boys as well. Look at that. That is about the size of my hand. So let's release this big fella real quick. Off the, jeez. Get all the slime off of me. That is that done. Final catch of the day was a one whopping bream. So in this video, I caught 3 fish on Swedish fish. The sweets, obviously. And it's been a right amazing adventure, really. Honestly, I did not think for 1 minute I would be able to catch a fish on one of these things, but somehow it works. And that bream then, I was shocked. I did not think I'd get one that big. I was hoping for the perch, but oh well, it's a fish at least. But with that, guys, I'm going to have to wrap the video up here. It has been an amazing adventure catching fish on these. A nice little challenge for myself and for you guys to follow along and watch. I did not end up using this one, so throw that in the water for another fish to enjoy, hopefully. But yeah, amazing. Now, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, please smash the thumbs up button. Also, check out my playlist of the fishing challenges. I've got my other fishing challenges I've done here on there, including catching fish on grass and paper, which I'd recommend you guys go and watch. Subscribe to my channel whilst you're down there as well, please, and then turn on the post notifications bell so you never miss one of my other videos. Also, whilst you're at it, check out some of my videos linked on screen here. Subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. So peace for now, guys.